Horizon Just Home Reaction. This is Oh Dear. This video did not age well by the channel Your World of Internet. Okay. This is about I guess Trump winning and people predicting type of shit. I'm just hoping there's no cringe shit in this one, let's just say. But there's gonna be a lot of cringe shit, right? Like people just like, I don't even know how people can say things with confidence, especially when first time Trump won. Like, it's not that far out to think that Trump's going to win the second time. Because he already won first time, so I mean, come on. But yeah, sometimes people are like, oh, no way in hell this is going to happen. Like, okay, what are you basing that on? So let's watch it.
Trump will not become president!
He's not going to be president. He is not, Donald Trump is not going to be president of the United States. Take it to the bank.
Okay.
I guarantee it.
All right, all right.
I think if he becomes the president, he'll make it great because the States is already great.
I think that man will be president of the United States right about the time that spaceships come down filled with dinosaurs and red capes.
On that note, Tom, pleasure.
Take it
Thank
from
you very
me. How
much.
about that?
Cheers, Tom. Thank you. And then, of course,
First of all, if you're like ultra famous and rich like Tom Hanks is, I don't think you should be that level of confident in anything. Even if you are, don't express it. Because people will see that as being smug. And people will not relate to you because people can't. People aren't going to see you as one of them. Because you're not. Right? You're ultra rich, you're ultra famous. Not Tom Hanks is like probably top 1% even in celebrities. Right? So at that point, just like try to be humble, don't give your opinion much. Like I've seen Denzel Washington clip where it's like, why are you asking me? It's like, this is personal to me. I'm not going to talk about politics that way. Like Denzel just gives like proper response like that. Well, Tom Hanks, look at the like cringy spacecraft alien, all that shit. Like, was he high at that time? Like, how do you get that level of confidence in saying anything? Right? Even if you think you're right, don't say like that. People just get pissed off just hearing that and will vote for Trump if they were not gonna before. Like you're literally alienating people at that point. Was that the recent election clip? Or was it the before the first one? Before it's one of the recent ones, it's like really stupid. Really like you already won the first time. Why would you not win second time?
Of course, there's Donald Trump. Donald Trump has been saying that he will run for president as a Republican, which is surprising since I just assumed he was running as a joke.
This is the first time, obviously.
Donald Trump, just last week, he confirmed to the National Review that he is again considering a run in 2016.
Do it. Do it. Look at me. Do it. I will personally write you a campaign check now on behalf of this country, which does not want you to be president, but which badly wants you to run.
So when you stand and deliver that State of the Union...
Yeah, I watch a lot of John Oliver videos, and he has a big team, so he fact checks a lot of things, and he's correct on a lot of things when he fact checks. I mean, when you have a team, like it's hard to be wrong at that level. But he can be oblivious a lot of time. I can feel it, and I see that, and like I move on from it. Okay, I guess let it pass. But when Trump became president, right? The way he was saying a lot of things like, oh, this is atrocity, it's like end of the world, and maybe it is. But that clip of yours exists. You know it exists. You should have addressed that very earlier. I think he addressed that in one of the recent clips, a recent video or something. He didn't address it all the way back in 2016. And that clip is like before that, before he had the HBO show, right? So obviously he said it in a funny way, but he just didn't address it when last week started. And he's just like, oh, but this and that. Oh, we are stressed all the time. Oh, people are like, like depressed all the time because of this. And made videos like that when he did that shit, before, after he did that shit. He should have addressed it, like I said this before. He very recently addressed that, which kind of like pissed me off. Like really after 8-10 years.
Address in no part of your mind or brain can you imagine Donald Trump standing up one day and delivering a State of the Union address?
Well, I can imagine it in a Saturday night skit. I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
He will never be president of the United States.
And we better be ready for the fact that he might be leading the Republican ticket next.
Okay, I hope this video is not mostly politicians talking about that, because that's not about aging well or not. It's about influencing, right? This politician will say that Trump is not going to become president in a way to influence people. It's like a work, right? They're working at that moment. It's not like Tom Hanks thing. It's different. So Obama saying that, all the other people saying that it's a work for them. And maybe they didn't even like believe it, because before 2016, let's be honest, even if you like Trump, you have to admit Trump is not normal in that way. Like someone like Trump becoming president was not normal. That was the reason people voted for him. So this politician saying, like, oh, he's not going to become president, I mean, you kind of see where they're coming from. But outside of presidents, celebrities, like that kind of like, okay, really?
I know you don't believe that, but I want to go on to Matthew Dowd.
Sorry to laugh.
Next.
Okay, here we are. And which Republican candidate has the best chance of winning the general election?
Of the declared ones, right now, Donald Trump.
And so, right now, Mr. Trump...
That was the worst of them all. I don't know why. Like, I was seeing a few Bill Maher shows, and like, look, Bill Maher can be sensible, even though, like I said about John Oliver, that kind of amplifies with Bill Maher. Like, he can be oblivious in a lot of sense. But over time, I've seen him like realizing those things and kind of like backing those things, right? Like if you see how he is now compared to 10 years ago, his views are kind of like shifting in that way. But yeah, his audience and it was just like, they're really cringy in a way, right? Like when she says that, everybody laughed and it was just like, oh, look at them make joke. That really didn't age well, right? Like imagine showing that to those people and just like, oh, what you gonna say now? Trump didn't just won the first time, he won 2 times. Now what? The level of laughter that audience like came up with is like, no way in hell that's happening. It did.
Trump, to answer your call for political honesty, I just want to say, you're not going to be president, all right? It's been fun. It's been great. I love you. But come on, buddy. All, let's say, cow poo-poo aside, there is 0 chance we'll be seeing you being sworn in on the Capitol steps with your hand on a giant golden Bible.
I'll make a prediction, though, for you. I don't really get into predictions much, but this one I'll go way out on a limb. Donald Trump will never, ever be president of the United States. That Trump should not be in this race. He's an absurdity. He is a travesty.
Donald Trump will never be elected president of the United States.
Donald Trump is a here today, gone tomorrow candidate for president of the United States. Donald Trump is not going to be president of the United States. Ever respectful of the fact that the people have not voted, he's not going to be president of the United States.
Let's be clear. Donald.
Look, man, the wordings, I don't know if she's not good at words or something. You could say something like, this country is never going to vote for Trump. But see, when she just pointed back, oh, Trump is not just going to become president. Trump is not... Like, look, I'm not a Trump fan. I've said that a million times. I don't even live in America. I'm an outside perspective. I don't have any favorites or fans. I don't care. I've said that many times. And like, I don't like Trump in like many ways, right? How turbulent his thing. My belief is like, if your life, doesn't matter how good you are, if your life it follows you around in like many troubles, right? Like you're constantly in struggle with the law in a way. You're going to represent that law just by having those problems. Maybe find somebody else, even if you're good. Like after 400 million people, maybe find somebody else. That's my view is, right? So I don't like Trump. But after saying that level of, like pompous, like, stick up your ass thing that everybody just like, oh, Trump's not going to become president. I think that was one of the reason people kind of voted for Trump. And this just shows that all these people, all these politicians, all those experts, all those celebrities are so far detached from their own people, from their own, like all the people from America. They're so detached that they didn't realize that the people kind of like done with all this shit. So the more they said, oh, he's not going to become president, everybody's just like, man, fuck you, I'm going to vote for Trump now. So if anything, they helped Trump become president because of it. Like, this is just insane, man.
Donald Trump will lose the election.
I mean, he had a really good chance to be different and really have a chance to change things, but he doesn't do the work. He's lazy.
We talk about him every day, and we continuously bash him. He's not going to be the president. Don't worry about it. Exactly.
And we're coming to a point where if you're Hillary Clinton, you're
honestly, probably starting to think about not just whether you will win, but how big your win will be. And then you say that Donald Trump has the best day in the entire world, completely outperforms expectations, and he wins all of the toss-up states. He wins all 5 of those states, plus that Electoral College vote in Maine that he's after. If he wins all of the toss-ups, which would be insane because nobody wins all of the toss-up states, even if Donald Trump did win all of the toss-up states, he would still lose.
A wake-up call.
This time he did win, right? Like the second time he did win all of those states. I think her name is Rachel Maddow, right? Like I'm not following this, but she's such a poster child for like over exaggerating left wing type of shit that we all associate with. As soon as I saw her, like, oh no.
To the Republican Party, despite Boris thinking that Donald Trump could win New York, like this, the presidential race is over.
Could I just cut through? I have one thing to say, one thing only. And that is that this race is over. Tomorrow morning, the money will dry up. The Republicans will start to hide. Trump has no place to go. This race, effectively, as of tonight, is no longer a presidential race.
Why would Republican hide again? They are dominating Congress for years now, right? I don't remember a time where like Mitch McConnell, all those people, now he's not in there, but basically Republicans are not running like Congress. I don't remember that time. I'm sure there was that, but as far as I can remember, that was like, how long has it been? Like 10 years, more than that? Like Obama was president, Republicans won that are like holding power in Congress, even at Obama time. And since then, they are kind of still in power. So why would they hide? That sentence doesn't make sense. And yeah, you don't want to say anything I would never say anything on TV. Like, I'm not a TV personality, obviously, but if even without that, even if I'm somebody just like walk in some, like, I don't know, somebody doing some kind of news segment on road, people don't know me, so I can say anything I want to say because no one cares, right? But even then, I would not say something this surety, because you shouldn't be sure about anything this strongly. This doesn't make sense to me. Like, are people this stupid? Like, I get it, you don't like Trump, but saying shit like that, it will bite you in the ass.
I mean, everything I know about presidential politics, and I've been through 5 of them, I've never seen one like this. This race is over. You might as well accept it. And the question now is, how do you minimize damage? And the only way you can do that, it seems to me, is to try to grab hold of some old conservative value things and do what Mondale did in '84, which is try to save a few people down ballot. But as far as Donald Trump's concerned...
Oh, Trump issues defined. So this is like grab her by the... After that, right? I remember that time. I remember people thinking, now this is it. Because that was literally the first, like, all the shit Trump has said, and it just became, oh, Trump can say anything and do anything. Even Trump says, I can shoot somebody and it wouldn't change anything. Even Trump was surprised. Like, people like don't care what I do and say. But this was the first thing that actually happened about Trump. Like that Billy Bush thing with the bus footage that was leaked, and people were like, oh, that's it. Because people didn't know like how lenient people are going to be with Trump. So this is the time like people are like, oh, Trump is done, but he wasn't. And then the other thing came, and it just became a thing like, oh, I don't care what Trump says. Like, people aren't going to care.
It will never, ever, ever.
Video doesn't have audio. I thought, what the hell? President Obama will go down as perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States. What is he saying there? Oh, come on. Oh, wait a minute, I remember. At least I'll be president or something, right? Donald Trump says that okay. I'm pretty sure like Obama said there, at least I'll be president. Which also didn't age well. What the even Obama, like, chill the fuck out, man. Like, you don't know anything, right? At least by this point, after being 8 years of president, 2 terms, you should realize, like, how people can be different and polarizing. I guess he didn't care, right? Like, at this point, I don't know. But yeah, the celebrity thing is just, like, really fucked up. Like, shut the fuck up about that, right? Like, especially Tom Hanks things. Right? And I know there are way too many celebrities who's talking like that. I guess just this guy didn't found the clip of them. But yeah, this video should be dominated by celebrities more than the politicians. Because politicians make sense, like it's work for them, right? They want to say this to influence people. So people like, maybe I'm not going to vote for Trump because my vote will be wasted type of thing. If enough people tell me that Trump is now going to be president, maybe I'm not going to vote for Trump type of shit. What the hell? Well, there we go. All right, well, that was the video. This video didn't age well, and yeah, it really didn't. This was insane. Like comment down some link of like, more of a latest clips or people said shit with this, because second term thing would be like, if you're so sure about Trump's not going to become president when he's already became president in the past, that really sucks. So a lot of these clips are kind of like old before the first one. So like if there is some video out there somebody made about the latest election where people were sure about that would be really interesting. Yeah, I'll see you next time.